Excellent. Thank you all. Okay. Whew. Technology. All right. So just do a quick review here and get to our week. Okay. So I'm just going to review the assignment again. Hopefully you all have made your way through everything from yesterday, looked at some student examples. So what you are doing now, and this is due this Sunday at 3 p.m. So you're basically getting 4 days to get this done. But I don't anticipate, again, I'm going to let you out of this session early so you can get it done. But just to review here some prompts that I have given you. These here, though, if you look at the links, are really good ones that I think might help you because they've got the, yes, hello?
Do we still have the second one?
No.
You saw what? I'm sorry.
Do we still have the second day?
The second thing, what are you?
The second hour, like period 4 or whatever.
Okay, what about period 4?
Do we still have it today?
Uh-huh. Yeah, but we're just in period 3 right now. Are you good? We'll go over the, okay. Yeah, we'll go over the period 4 stuff then. So, but for this class right now, you're just writing this. So again, these have pretty straightforward prompts with an explanation. How does family and community connect to your creed? How do words, symbols, rituals? How does diverse Americans understand the creed? I like that one a lot if this is not your native country, because I think that to me just lends itself to some really fascinating discussion and comparisons. And then how can you express it through action? So whichever one speaks to you is what you need to, or if you have your own, but just in any of these ideas are there to get you started. So you're going to use a Google Doc, and then you are going to upload it here. And I'm still working on the rubric. I did not get that posted last night as promised, but it will be done today. So I want to call your attention just one more time as a reminder, because I think this might be the first time you're submitting a doc for me. If you go to the frequently asked questions section, how to submit assignments, there's a very, very short video there that shows you how to do that and how to get your Google Doc submitted to me. So with that, and again, you all, there again, with pretty much everything in this class, no right or wrong answers, but we're learning our communication skills and we're telling our stories. And another thing that you're going to hear me say over and over and over this year is less is more. You're used to probably English classes where it's like longer form writing. In our class, we write in what these basically are becoming our scripts. We're script writing, and we say more with less, and we write how we talk because we want it to be conversational. So keep that in mind. Now, when I say write how we talk, you don't want to use slang. You don't want to use any of that, but you still want to be conversational. So with that, whoops, are there any questions about that assignment before I move on to the next thing? Okay, if you have specific questions, remember we will be having our conferences tomorrow. So next I want to go over, and this is a refresher for my returning students. But let's see, there we go, that should be right there. So you all at your home schools might have like a little acronym that represents for your school. For us, it is Phoenix Power. And I'm going to show you this short PowerPoint that tells you what it is and how we use it at our school. It's pretty cool because there are opportunities to get a gift each month. So POWER stands for Pride, Ownership, Work, Effort, Respect. And it's just an idea to keep in mind, an approach, how we are acting, behaving, and conducting ourselves both personally and professionally at school. So pride, these are just examples. They aren't limited to this, but just think of ways that you can show pride. That would be engaged in your work, just being a good person, kindness, encouraging your peers, showing professional dress code, just taking pride in our appearances, recognizing the success of others. It's, as a teacher, I am proud of you all a lot. So think about times maybe you've been proud of a friend, so you can show pride for others. And then leaving our workspaces, taking pride in our surroundings and our environment. Ownership on task. This is, to me, a great example. Who remembers from the first week and my introduction, what is a way that you can take responsibility for your actions? Anyone remember an example? What about with the equipment checkout?
If you check out a piece of equipment and it's broken, it should tell you.
Yeah, excellent, thank you. If it's lost, stolen, anything, just honesty. Tomorrow is a great example. I'm going to be having my one-on-one conferences with you all, and I'm going to be asking. Now, hopefully everyone's got caught up yesterday, or we'll use the rest of today to get caught up. But I will have my list of what I'm missing from you. And if I ask you, why are you missing these assignments? Why haven't you done the work? I'm looking for honesty. I'm looking for ownership. So if the reason is that you're a procrastinator and you haven't kept up with it, okay, well then we're going to find solutions. Okay, thank you for your honesty. Let's figure out what can we do together to help you succeed. Maybe you're just overwhelmed because it's the beginning of the year and you're still trying to just figure out what time, what class meets at what Zoom, let alone figure out all these assignments that are being thrown at you. That's honesty. That's ownership. So, just honesty and ownership. That's so, so important because that's how we can find good solutions. So taking ownership. Ownership is planning for your future, mindful of others. W is work. That's hopefully pretty self-explanatory, but the quality of your work, good study habits, good time management. I think we're all learning that now, being in the different situation we're in. Teamwork, cleaning up, participation, outreach. Those are just some examples. Effort, that we're coming to class compared. We're making an effort to be on time. So like right then, that was just frazzling me that I was like not with the dogs, and like I felt frazzled because I wasn't fully prepared the minute I was supposed to start. So because that just makes us feel bad. In meeting your deadlines, positive behavior, and reaching out to others. I'll use this as an opportunity. You all, hopefully, I know this is a little weird now with virtual, but hopefully you're still enjoying my class as best as we can under these circumstances. But when you get to Eastside, I think you'll fall in love with it. And, making an effort to tell your friends something simple like, hey, have you heard of Eastside? Or when they say, where are you? Eastside, haven't heard. Tell them a little bit about it. Reach out to others and spread the good word about our school. And respect. So the age-old adage, treat others as you'd like to be treated. We listen respectfully, whether I'm talking, to show respect to me when I'm talking. Show respect to your classmates when you know, they're brave enough. I know it's weird in this situation, but when they're brave enough to unmute that mic and say something, we're going to show respect and listen and be courteous, not only in our behavior, but our language too, especially when we're back at school. Being positive, we're all going to have bad days, but you know, we'll get through that, and we'll try our best to be positive, even though some days it's harder than others. But you know the types, they're just constantly negative. Negativity brings us down. And so just like in the situation we're in now, it isn't ideal. No, but you know what? We're going to look at the bright side. We're going to look at it positively. Like, okay, through this, I'm learning these strengths. I'm learning how to be more self-sufficient. We try to look at the positive, because if we dwell on the negative, that just brings us down. Ultimately, it affects our mood, our how we feel, and our quality of work. Value diversity. Again, in this class, we do have the opportunity to share lots of diverse opinions. Well, you don't always have to agree with one another. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to agree with your classmates, but we're going to share opinions and be respectful and be open-minded, just to at least hear people out and listen to them, and always have good manners. So what do we do with all that? We have power bucks is what we call them, and or power tickets. And so when we're in school, you would actually be physically handed one, but here I'll give them to you virtually. So love to recognize positive behavior. I think we all can agree when you get positive reinforcement, it makes you continue to want to do good things, right? But if you only hear negative, 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 that just really drags you down. It's really hard to stay motivated when we hear negative a lot. So love to recognize great things. So when we see you, like, especially when we're in school and I see someone helping someone, like if they're like, oh, I don't know how to do this. And before I even get over there, a classmate's like, oh, I'll show you. I mean, that might seem simple, but that's a really nice thing to do. If you see someone's having a bad day and you just like, hey, you know, you having a bad day? You want to talk? Or, you know, little things like that. And my former students will, you know, tell you, you know, that, and this gets into, kind of ties over with student of the month. When we're in class, I do peer nominated student of the month too, because you all see a lot of things that I don't. So you might know personally that someone helped you out or was a friend to you. You know, I know last year when people are new, I think one of my returning students really made an effort to make someone else feel welcome. And when they nominate them, they're like, they really made me feel welcome here. And those are the things that matter in life, you know? So we want to recognize that. So with that, you can earn as many as you want or as many as you get. Like, you know, if I'm handing them out to you all the time, that's awesome. So at the end of the month, and this is school-wide, we have a box at the front, but we'll do them virtually. And Mr. Miller draws a name, one for AM and one for PM. And or is it all AM and PM? I don't remember. Forgive me on that one. But there's a drawing. And it might be one for the whole school now that I think about it. And there's a prize. It's usually like a food gift card for like $25, I believe. 20 or 25. It's a nice prize though. So that's something to look forward to. I'm sorry, it looks like we have a question in the chat. Oh, owning up. Yes, thank you, Alexis. I'm sorry I didn't see that at the time. Owning up, that's a good one. Own up to our behaviors, our even our mistakes. You know, it's a heck of a lot easier. I mean, it's hard at first, but in the end, it's easier because, you know, when we don't, people look at you like, really? Yeah, you see the looks all the time I love it when we're in class and like someone's sitting on their phone texting, and I'll just stop, and everyone, usually the students are like, put your phone away, man. And they're like, what? I wasn't doing anything. It's like, we all saw it, you know, just own up and be like, my bad, sorry. Thank you, Alexis. That was a good one. So anyway, that's power. Okay, so hope that makes sense. Hope that makes you excited. And again, we are still doing our student of the month, even though we're virtual, because there are definitely ways that I am seeing great things from you all. So another reminder, and I need to get these times sent out to you. Actually, what I think I'm going to do to make it easier, that way you don't have to also worry about checking your email, I'm going to just put a list here with the times. I'll post it in here when we get off. But one-to-one conferences. So each of you will get a one-on-one Zoom with me tomorrow. So, and it will be during our normally scheduled time here in class. So 5-10 minutes, whatever it takes, but 10 minutes max because I'm scheduling everybody. It will be my chance to go over, here's what I'm missing from you. So my suggestion, if you didn't do it yesterday on your catch-up day, just go back to day one, click through every page, make sure you agreed to the syllabus, make sure you've answered the discussion questions, all that good stuff. That way, when I'm like, meet with you, I'll be like, wow, I'm not missing anything from you. So that would be my suggestion. That's the reason why I want to try to get you out of this a little bit early today. So you can just go through there, click through it, make sure you've got everything. And again, if you don't, this isn't punitive. It's just to see what we can do to make sure that if there's any struggles you're having or what have you. Same with attendance. We'll talk about that as well. And then just if you have any questions, if you're confused about things, if you're, that's what I'm here for, is to help you. So, or just if you want to chat for a minute, get to know each other. So it's please show up. I'm requiring this. It will be duly noted if you don't. So please show up. If for some reason when I list the times there that like maybe by coincidence you do have a dentist appointment tomorrow because you didn't think we were Zooming. If the time that I assigned you, I've already had someone from AM that had to flip-flop a time, and that's absolutely all right. So just let me know once I put the times in here, and then all you'll have to do is tune in to, like you would normally do right now today, just tune in, but it'll just be us. So that was a mouthful. With that, are there any questions about what you're doing the rest of today and then tomorrow? None? Okay, so I am going to end this meeting, and then